Rolling record.
Bring up bars and tone.
10, 9,
Ready to fade
8,
to black.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fade to black and fade out tone.
10, 9,
Ready to fade to slate.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Fade in
1.
slate.
10, 9,
Ready to
8,
fade to black.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Fade to black.
1. 10, 9,
Ready to fade
8,
in opening graphics
7,
and music.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Fade
1.
in opening graphics and music.
10,
Ready to fade out
9,
music. Ready to fade in post mic
7,
ready. And is on the
6,
camera 2. Ready
5,
to cue talent.
4,
Is on the
3,
camera 2. Fade out
2,
music.
1.
Open post mic and cue him.
Hello everybody and
bring up
welcome to
host key
Cooking
name.
with Jack. I'm your
Bring
host
up host
Jack
key
and
name.
today here we're going to have Calvin who's
I
going to be
take out
showing us
host
how to
key
make
name
his famous $1
and
million
ready.
dip. So welcome to the
Guest
show,
key name.
Calvin.
Thank you, Jack. I'm excited to be here and show you guys all how to make this
Let's
really
take
good
out
dip.
guest key name.
Okay, so can you give me some background behind
you
the
ready, camera one?
dip or the recipe? Is it family? Have you had it for a while? What's the story behind it?
Yeah, so this is not something that I came up with. I don't know the origin of it,
Ready, camera
but
two.
the first time I tried it was at my high school graduation party.
Okay.
My aunt made it.
6
It lasted
minutes,
for, I
6
want to say,
minutes.
about 20 minutes, and ever since then I've been making it for all my friends, bringing it to work events, bringing it to parties, things like that. It's a really easy dip to make, and it's usually pretty popular.
Go to camera 2.
Cool. So what kind of ingredients are in the dip? I mean, obviously you have a bowl here and you have a spoon
Ready, camera
and you got some
3.
other stuff here. So
Yeah, so it's a pretty simple dip to make. The big things you're going to want is some type of mixing bowl. I like to use one that's a little bit deeper so you have some room to kind of mix it up.
Ready,
I like to use a wooden spoon. It's a little bit more durable than a normal
plastic.
plastic spoon. It'll work better.
Ready, camera 1.
The food ingredients that you're going to want is mayonnaise. You're going to want sharp shredded cheddar cheese,
Okay.
bacon bits,
Let's take
slivered almonds, so like sliced, cut up almonds,
ready, camera 2.
green onion that's cut up and sliced, and then you can have your choices of seasoning.
minutes
So
to
the
cook.
seasonings
5
I like to use are garlic powder, and another one that I'm going to use today is this Frank's Red Hot chili seasoning, which adds a little bit of spice and flavor to the dip.
Okay.
Ready,
Okay, and then obviously it's a dip, so it probably doesn't take all that long to make.
No, it's pretty easy to make. The longest part about making this dip is just all the prep work that's involved with it.
How does
Okay.
it fuck?
Yeah.
So it probably takes about 10 minutes in total to make.
Okay,
So
that's not bad.
No, not bad at all. So if you're kind of rushing before a party, this is a really great last-minute dip to make, and it doesn't cost that much to get all the materials. I will say the most time-consuming part of it is the
30
green
seconds to the
onions
break.
here. So for the purposes of today's show, I already cut all of these up.
5, 4,
But when you're doing it, you're going to want to get a big bunch of green onions, put it on a cutting board, chop everything up, get it as thin as you possibly can.
16,
That way you won't notice it nearly as much in the dip.
13,
But other than that, it's really easy. It's just a matter of mixing things into a bowl.
Okay.
7,
And then we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, Calvin is going to
graphics.
finish up his dip.
And cut off mics. Music. Ready, commercial. Ready, Susie 2. Bring up Susie 2.
60 seconds to the studio.
Yeah, if Calvin want to start making that for us.
45 seconds to the studio.
Ready, opening graphics and music. Just have that ready. Yeah, no worries.
30 seconds to the studio.
Bring up opening graphics. Open music. Ready to cue talent. Ready to go to camera 2. Cue talent. Go to camera 2.
Okay.
Cue talent.
And we're back from our commercial break. So Calvin is going to show us how to make the $1 million dip.
All right, well, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your mayonnaise. Now, this is a very important step and supply to get. You want to make sure you get Hellman's mayonnaise. You don't want to do something like Miracle Whip or dip, whatever it's called, because that is the difference between having $100,000 dip and $1 million dip. So it's really important to have this type of mayonnaise or some other generic mayonnaise.
Okay.
So we'll start with 2 cups of that. I like to use a measuring cup to know exactly how much I put in. So we'll start with a cup there. You just kind of get in there, you scoop
2
it
minutes
out a
to
little
close the
bit.
graphic. 2 minutes.
So that's the first cup. And we're going to take a spoon. And you see why I like to use the wooden spoon, because
Get
it
it all out.
really gets it all out pretty quick. So there we have about 2 cups of the mayonnaise.
Camera 1.
Same thing. We're going to scoop all of that out into there. And this is also why I like to use that big, deep mixing bowl, because otherwise, if you use like a plate or a bowl, it's just going to get all over the place. So once you have your mayonnaise in there, you're going to want to take your cheddar cheese. You just grab 1 packet of it, put the whole thing in. You don't want to overthink any of it. You don't need to measure stuff. So we're going to dump all that in there. Don't worry if you make a mess. We're going to take our green onion, dump that, our bacon bits, dump. You can do the whole packet if you want. I'm just going to do about half. And we're going to do our whole packet of slivered almonds. So from there, we're going to want to take it and really
1
mix
minute to the
everything
closing
up
graphic.
nice
1
and good
minute.
there. It's going to probably get all over the place. That is okay. You just want to make sure that you're really kind of churning up those ingredients, which you can kind of see here, and it'll keep mixing up like that. So once you have mixed it up a little bit more, you're going to want to take whatever
45
spices
seconds
you
to close.
use. A little bit goes a long way here. Do a little bit here. I'm going to take my other kind of spicy seasoning, do a little bit here, and then we're just going to keep mixing it up.
30 seconds.
You want to
to
make sure you
close.
mix it, everything really good so it's not real
28,
chunky and you have kind of a
27,
smooth layer.
26.
Okay.
And that is all there is to it.
24,
You get your favorite
23,
snack after that.
22,
I recommend using Frito scoops. They don't break easily. They're really good for scooping out the dip. And then there you go. You have a
Yeah.
great dip for your party.
Seems like a really easy thing if you're going to a party, running late, something like that, to throw together really quickly.
Absolutely.
And that will do it for Cooking with Jack, and we will see you next time.
Go to opening graphics and music.
10,
Ready to
9,
fade to black.
8, 7,
Fade to black.
6, 5.
Sorry, that's a little bit early. Ready, slate. Go to slate. Oh, sorry, Pat.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Keep music.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go to back.
All right. Okay, tape stopping.